One thing that I love about being in the millennial generation is our mindset towards starting new things. We're not afraid to figure out our dreams and what's going to make us happy. We're willing to do what it takes to search for what we want in life, even if that means going back to the starting line multiple times. When you think of starting over, how does that make you feel? Are you sad? Are you excited? Are you anticipating something amazing to happen? I know that in a lot of cases, starting over is not something to be smiled upon, but I promise you, starting from scratch can be the most beautiful thing if you allow it to. When I think of starting over, I immediately go back to my divorce when I was 23. And I remember the feeling that I had. It was as if the world was crashing down on me. And I thought I would never be able to recoup that time. Truthfully, I had to work through some things mentally. But once I did, I realized that I actually had an amazing opportunity to learn some things about myself, to discover new likes and dislikes, and I experienced an exponential amount of personal growth. When I think of starting over in the Bible, my mind immediately goes to the story of the prodigal son. A man has two sons, and his younger son one day says to him, "Hey dad, give me my inheritance. I want to take it and I want to go and I want to do what I want with it." And so he spends all of his money and eventually finds himself in a very, very low place. He doesn't have any more money and he doesn't have any food, and he's basically up a creek without a paddle. He finally comes to himself and he's like, wait a minute. My dad is royalty. He has servants and food and clothes. Why am I here about to eat what the pigs eat? He realizes that he's going to have to start over. He was probably ashamed and nervous about going back to his dad, but he says, I'm going to repent and say, I know I messed up. I know that I missed a mark, but I'm asking for forgiveness. I'm asking you to give me a redo and let me start over. His dad doesn't think twice. He immediately calls his servants to clean him up and has this huge party in his honor. And that's the part of starting over that I like to focus on most. Not being down on your last dime and not being depressed or ashamed of where you were, but that moment where God completely restores you. He gives you a new mindset and says, now that you've been restored, you can walk a little bit further. The next time that you have to start something over, instead of becoming frustrated or flustered about it, I want you to think about the lesson that God might be trying to teach you at that very moment. Be well.